seeing everything that was going on in Germany, the whole excitement she had of her being in Germany, the imagination that she had before she fell out of everything, was like, I am going back to Kenya. So never overstayed or anything, returned back to Kenya. So when she returned back to Kenya, expected that he would be sending her the money, because remember, had turned down the job offer from Absa Bank. But the guy kept on giving her reasons of not sending the money. They kept on dragging each other till when he came back with his dad. So when he came back to Kenya with his dad, she tells us all was good because was depending on the dad's wallet, and the dad is there. The only problem they had as a couple is that Peter never accepted a no as an answer. You were supposed to say yes, and could go at it again and again and again and explain to you to make you say yes. You can't say no to him. So she kept on saying yes. He kept on complaining. Everything is expensive. Oh my God, it started becoming too much for her. But this lady didn't have anywhere to run to apart from the love coaches on TikTok. So when she reached out to them, the response she got, or like an advice that she got from these love coaches on TikTok, is before a white guy marries you, must put you on a test. Oh my God. So with Rebecca, knew that I am being tested and kept on telling herself, let me stay and see when it will end. But tells us wasn't ending, was ongoing basis. Oh my God. Kept on staying, kept on waiting for it to end. So here I'm going to give you another advice, dear beautiful ladies. Yes, some rich white guys might put you onto a test. And if you follow me here, you remember the 2 videos that I have shared here with you on my channel. The one of Dorothy, who found a very rich German guy online and had to put her on a test, whereby when she went to visit for the first time, the guy took her into a rented apartment, stayed together into that apartment, never made her sleep hungry, took her shopping, and on the day she was leaving, gave her lots of money that Dorothy had never seen in her life. Also proposed at the airport when she was going back to Uganda. Came back, they got married, stayed in that rented apartment, eventually took her to his mansion. That was the test, but not those stupid tests of whereby a guy will leave you, sleep hungry, whereby the guy will complain on everything, is very expensive, whereby a guy will give you promises and then don't fulfill those promises. Those are not tests. We also remember the recent video I shared with you of Rachel, how that German guy acted, that billionaire. He was chatting with Rachel, started telling her, I'm just an ugly white man, you know, I don't have anything, I am poor, so you are free to choose not to come to see me for the first time. That was just a test, but eventually met Rachel and saw how Rachel behaved, fell in love with her. The test ended there, that same day. So never listen to anyone that a white guy will put you into a torture, into sufferance, is testing you before he marries you. For me, I call that nonsense. So kept on staying with Peter and the dad. They took an Airbnb where, you know, she could cook, started being like their maid, because he could wake up even in the middle of the night and order Rachel to prepare for him some tea. And at some point he said he was going to hire a nurse to take care of his dad, but in the end started asking favors from Rachel to take care of his dad. You see, this guy was very clever, and I told you guys, toxic men, they do their calculations before going into dating sites. They choose a woman for a reason. They look at you, how you talk, how soft you are. They know I can manipulate this. They will stick to you. You'll feel like maybe they are really interested, but actually they only want to benefit from you. That's it. So yeah, kept on staying with them, taking care of them, knowing that this will be my future husband, because was in love. And in the course of them dating, Peter started wanting to change Rebecca. How? Rebecca is so feminine, loves herself, to take care of herself, do her hair, do her nails, and Peter found her like that. But as time kept on going, when she could want to go do her nails, he could bring excuses, then told her loves a woman that is natural. Even made me laugh that reached a point where he took her to the salon and was like, I like a woman who shades her hair one side. I really love that. It gives me a feeling of a strong woman, independent. Give her an example that even met a lady in Berlin and had her hair shaded on one side. Oh my God, the lady was so attractive, even wanted to approach the lady, but he was like, gonna turn me down, I'm not up to her level. So wanted Rachel to shed one side, and she did, out of love. That's how you can be manipulated by a toxic guy. But I'm telling you, never allow such kind of a thing. Be you. If he found you this way, keep being like that. Yes, sometimes you can do, some things just, to make him happy, but not that you will follow whatever he tells you. No, it doesn't go like that, because you are losing your freedom. That is how you start losing yourself and turn into another person, which is not the happy you, the worst version of you, which is bad. Not only wanting to change her, also started abusing her emotionally, because sometimes could compare her with younger ladies, like those who are 24, 25, and could say those are better, and could say that she is old, like he is young. The guy in his 50s comparing himself to a 30-something years old lady. He could say phrases like, I don't expect that from you, provided the age that you are. Oh my God. Or could be like, I thought black women are stronger. What is wrong with you? Are you sick? I should take you to the doctor so that you can be checked. It was a lot, guys. But all this, I am telling you, Rebecca thought that guy loves her. He's doing all that because of love. He's doing all that to test her before he marries her. So kept on staying together in Kenya, and eventually told her wants to take her again to Germany. So they prepared everything, the documents, went to the embassy, but unfortunately, for me I can say fortunately, got denied the visa. So when she got denied the visa, was like, no problem, I'm going to Germany, then I'll come back. When I come back, we will get married. He was really in a hurry to get married to her at that time. So yeah, left, but they kept on chatting because Rebecca was already attached, I repeat, to Peter. Then managed to manipulate the dad, convinced him, eventually sold that house in Spain, the only house that they had. So after selling that house, the dad gave him the money. He paid that huge debt that he had and told Becky, I will be coming back soon to Kenya so that we get married and then come back together to Germany to live our happily ever after. She was happy, kept on waiting for Peter. So friends, as Rebecca kept on waiting for the boyfriend, had to tell the mom that my boyfriend will be coming, we'll get married. Oh my God, the mom was so excited. I'm gonna have grandkids. And also, that was Rebecca's dream. You know, get married, have cute kids, have a beautiful family, because this lady is a wife material. Really, she is such a sweetest lady. Yeah, this is all I can say after these few months that I've got to know her. So the whole issue of having a very huge debt, of convincing the dad to sell the house, was kind of disturbing to her. Somehow had those doubts, had so many questions, confusion, and didn't know where to run to, did not have enough experience, so had to go again to her TikTok advisors that, oh my God, yes, with this guy, I'm facing 1, 2, 3, 4 challenges. So when she talked to a TikTok coach, she told her that, you know what, Rebecca, you have to be patient. Work with what you have. You have to use your body. If you give your goodies very, very well to this guy, he will change. And now she was laughing, telling me, but Bella, how can that even be possible? How can someone give you the goodies very well and you change suddenly? You change the way you do things, suddenly you change the way you are. That's impossible. But at that time, had to follow. It's not that the advice she could get wasn't confusing her, could confuse her, but at the same time has so much trust in these advisors that they know what they are doing. I'm laughing, but actually, guys, it's very, very sad. And whenever I talk to my babies after paying, then I start guiding them, they tell me, oh my God, Bella, girl, you know what you're doing. Girl, I'm so happy to have come across you. And I tell them, that is why I told you to pay. If I knew I didn't know what I am doing, if I knew I was incompetent, I wasn't going to tell you, pay so that you can be guided. Why? Why should I do that? Because, you know, taking, for example, people's money and you say you advise them, but you actually don't know what you are doing, you don't have enough experience, it is super, super bad. I'm telling you, whenever I'm working with my clients, what I have put in my head is that I am working on your future. It is a huge responsibility. So any mistake that I do in advising you, your life is ruined. So that is why I am super, super careful. And all the advice that I give out there turn out to work. Even if it is not that it works into a success, but it works whereby a lady opens her eyes and gets out of a toxic relationship. I just pray that any lady out there that is facing challenges, let it be on online dating apps, let it be just normal relationship challenges, comes across the right people. Yeah, even if it's not me, anyone else, but someone who has humanity, who is a child of God, who knows what she or he is doing. Because so many people have been into trouble because of the bad advice. I also remember a sad story of a lady who divorced a husband just because of the advice she could get. They could tell her, you can get better, leave that guy. But eventually, later, after everything went bad, she started regretting. So let's be careful. Please, please. Someone gives you an advice, sit and think very, very well, and always listen to your inner voice, your intuition. It will never go wrong. And also on the sex part, this is the saddest part ever, especially for us Black women. I've been there too. There is this mentality whereby if you give your goodies, you know, to the guy very, very well, you know, so much styles, you are, you know, well equipped, then you will be able to put that guy under your control. That guy will do anything that you want. If you ask him things, he will give it to you. And that is why this is so common in Africa. You find most guys are only attracted to you physically, not mentally. And if you sit down and think of the days you met that guy, you only met to only enjoy the goodies. Yeah, but other days, there is no day that guy called you and was like, I just wanted to hang out with you, just wanted to take you out, maybe on a lunch date, or maybe sat down with you and started talking about, life plans. Nothing. If he calls you, it's all about going to bed. Bed matters. So if you come with that mentality, white men too will do the same. If a white man is only attracted to you physically, you can't change that to make that white man marry you. No matter how you know million styles on giving the goodies, he will never marry you. He will stay with you because you guys connect mentally, physically. There is, that connection. There is chemistry. That is why you find a white guy is dating a lady, and oh my god, when that lady leaves him, it's like his whole world has been shattered. It's like exists only that one woman in the whole world, because he connected with that lady mentally, physically. There was chemistry. They could sit down and plan for their life. So never ever come with that mentality on the dating sites and be like, he will come, I'll give him the goodies, and then he will love me crazily. It will never work. But if you find a toxic one, he went to the dating site and you are like, I want to give the goodies and keep him, control him, get what I want. And for him, he is just looking for a lady to use maybe as a slave, use as a nanny, use to his own liking. Oh my god, you will be in trouble. So while searching, make sure you connect with a guy mentally, physically. You have so many things that when you sit down, you talk and talk and talk, and it is interesting. No one gets bored. He is your friend, then that's good. But if nothing like that, he's only talking about your body, how beautiful you are, how he's excited to come and hug you, kiss you. He will come eat the goodies, nothing will be talked about, and end of the story, you have been used. Yeah, because once he takes the goodies, your power is gone as a woman. So guys, Rebecca kept on waiting for Peter so that he can come to Kenya and they get married, yeah. Then she goes to Germany to live with him because they told her he will change. So she was waiting for him to come so that she can practice what she has been told on TikTok, and the guy changes, they get married, live there happily ever after. So started telling him would like to also go to school and ask some money for the support because didn't have any job, was depending on Peter. That's when Peter started saying he doesn't have money, it was excuses, started dragging each other. Eventually told her, don't worry, I'll soon be there. And yes guys, eventually Peter went back to Kenya, not alone, again with his dad. So when he went to Kenya, the plans were them to get married, but never talked again about them getting married, never talked about having kids, and she knew, yes, he still had the money of the house they sold in Spain. So she kept on wondering what will be the next plan of our relationship. But this guy couldn't show any interest in that. Kept on telling her we should go here, we should go there, like enjoy life. Then told her plans to buy a house in Tanzania. So from Kenya, went to Tanzania, stayed in Zanzibar, and after Zanzibar, went to Arusha. Things kept on really becoming so difficult for her. She could feel very, very nervous, anxious all the time. Oh my God, started being sick, feeling tired all the time due to the stress that she was going through. So Peter didn't have a clear plan or any direction that he was sure of going. No, told her, let's see how things will go. And at that time, tells us, Rebecca had tried to put her foot on the ground to stand for herself, but reached a point had to stop, had no energy anymore to stand for herself. So whatever the guy could tell her, she could just say yes and pray that maybe things will change. Reached out to that TikToker and told her again. The TikToker told her, "You are so negative. You are full of negative vibes. Oh my God." And eventually ghosted her. Was very, very down, didn't know what to do. So while in Arusha, after going through a lot, eventually was like, you know what, I'm running away, because the guy could be with her 24/7. He was super controlling. They should be together everywhere. And if you don't have enough experience, you see such kind of a thing in a guy, you'll be like, it's because he loves me. But that's not true, because he reached an extent of telling her, don't go to the salon because I'll be missing you so much. Not true. That is possessiveness. He was super possessive and controlling. Yeah, wanted to know all her moves, what she does. You should be here. She went to the bathroom. He should know she is in the bathroom. Oh my God. To manipulate her too, to stay with him, be like, the guy loves me. By that time, things were here, and decided to run away without him knowing. Got a chance, took boda and had to run, returned back to Kenya. So when Rebecca returned back to Kenya, yes, left that guy, but it's not that, had left him for good, had lots of questions, was feeling like a failure, like maybe I don't have enough experience, to handle a white guy. I'm not good enough, to stay in my relationship. Maybe I did a very big mistake to run away. Then one time comes across one of my video on YouTube, and before coming across my video on YouTube, had prayed and fasted, then came across my video, then listened to my video. I was talking on how to know you are dating a toxic guy, signs of a toxic guy. So listening to everything was like, you know what, this lady makes sense, and it's like she is describing my current boyfriend. Yeah, so she compared the advice she could get on TikTok and what I was saying, was like, no, I think this lady is right. So that day reached out to me on Instagram, and when she reached out to me, was actually crying. Yes, she was breaking down, telling me, Bella, I've done something, but I don't know if I did the right thing. I don't know if there is a problem on my side. Oh my God, I felt so bad to her, but I told her, girl, for you to get, the guidance, you have to pay the fee. Eventually was like, Bella, tell me how much. I told her, and the next day paid. After paying, then I started listening to her, asked her some questions. She gave me a bit of the story, like a summary of their love story. So when I got to know she turned down the job offer, I was like, girl, why did you turn down that job offer? She was like, please, Bella, don't judge me. It is what it is. I was in love, and this guy had gave me lots of promises. Then I asked her, what does this guy do for a living? Then she tells me insurance, online trading. I was like, this is kind of strange, but okay. I kept on asking her questions because I have enough experience. I've dealt with ladies that have been into toxic marriages, toxic relationships, and those guys in their 50s. Be very careful, guys, because these men, some of them, they spoiled one. The ones that were raised very bad, if you come across him, these people are so rigid. These people don't have any plan for the future. You are a young lady. You have got so many plans for your future. You are so ambitious. With that guy, where he is very okay with his life. No matter what you tell him, he will never change. The only thing he will want from you is to make him happy, and that's what Rebecca was going through. Peter was making Rebecca to make him live his comfortable life, but was he thinking of Rebecca's life, of Rebecca's dreams? Nothing. He wasn't thinking of that. And when you are in a relationship, guys, it's a win-win situation. This is for sure. Not that the guy will be winning and you are losing. it's the real talk. I am your sister, and I'm telling you this because I know it is good for you. Never date a guy and forget about your life. Forget about your dreams. Just because you're dating a white guy, for what? Some of these old white guys in their 50s, they be like wanting a lady in her 30s, 25, 26, 27, but they don't want to have kids. So how do you think I'll survive without kids? I have a dream of having kids. I'm still young. Okay? So if you want a young lady, you should accept the fact that that young lady will want kids. Don't pretend that she will follow you, follow what you want because you are a white guy. Let us wake up, dear beautiful ladies. So I talked to her, asked her if she loves him, asked her if we are to look at the positive things and the negative things, which part is more bigger. Like, for example, the positive things more than the negative things. She was like, Bella, the negative things are more. Then I asked her, do you think if you can sit down with him and talk, tell him, voice up what you want, what you expect in that relationship, will he listen to you? Because yes, Rebecca had run away, but this guy was still calling her, begging her to come back, being like, come, let's talk. So I was like, if this guy is in Zanzibar, Tanzania, because had moved to Zanzibar again, and Zanzibar has got lots of black women, who are cheapening themselves to white guys, I was like, the fact this guy is calling you and he's surrounded by those cheap ladies that are selling themselves, probably he cares. But I didn't know this story deeply like I'm telling you now. But I had seen lots of red flags in Peter, and I told her, when you go, ask 1, 2, 3, 4. All things that I saw, there were red flags. I wanted her to discuss those things with Peter. The fact that he is calling her, willing to pay for her ticket to go to Zanzibar so that they can talk. And I also wanted Rebecca to open her eyes, to stop blaming herself. I did that for her because if at that time I could have told her, Rebecca, no, forget about him. He is a player. He's not a good guy. And we had just started knowing each other. It was going to be very difficult for her to trust in me and be like, this lady is right. Because this lady still had loads of question marks in her head, was crying so much. So I wanted her to open her eyes, see things clearly, so that when she moves out of that relationship, she is at peace and happy that, oh yes, I left this guy, he was not going to change at all. I didn't want her to remain with doubts and be like, no, what if she advised me wrongly? What if I stayed? What if I went to talk to him? Things could have changed. So after we talked and I advised her to go back, oh my God, she was like, Bella, are you sure for me to go back? I don't know, Bella, if he will change. I'm like, even if you go sit down with him and then he doesn't listen to you, at least you have gone deep into things, and seen everything clearly. So she was like, yes, Bella, you are right. And the fact that I came to you to ask for guidance, I should follow what you are telling me. So yes, guys, Rebecca went back to Zanzibar to meet him, and after some few days wanted them to sit down and talk. Because you can't be running around all the time. You need to know what is the future of your relationship. What is his plan? So when he called him to talk, this guy wasn't interested at all. Started giving her the always vibes of singing like, I'm not hearing you. Yeah. And she was like, what am I seeing? So started discovering lots of things, red flags that she wasn't even seeing before. So she could call me every day and could tell me, oh my God, Bella, thank you for making me come back here, because I have discovered this guy will never change. This guy even can't stand to support me. If someone attacks me, he will support that person. Like, there is a misunderstanding that happens happened, and instead of, standing on her side, defend her, he was like, that woman is a white woman. You can't fight someone who has got them dollars. Imagine, this is the guy that could have married her. Hell no. So she saw lots of things that opened her eyes, and she was like, Bella, I am done. And if I walk away, I'll never turn back. Because now it's all clear, this is the wrong guy for me. The TikTokers made me feel like I am the wrong one. Maybe I've got some problems, but I don't have any problem. The problem is with this guy. And at the time when she escaped at first, then sent her a message. I'll put the message here. Oh, yesterday I was almost transferring, 10 million Kenyan shillings to your account. I could have killed myself because now you have run away. But that was only manipulation to make her come back. Because all the time they've been together, this guy has never spoiled her. The only time you get things from that guy is if she lies. Because the TikTokers could say, lie like this, and she could get some things from the guy. So suddenly, he is sending 10 million to your account. And from there I told her, okay, he said he has got money, and she told me the guy could spend lots of money to gamble, to do online trading. Like he could lose even 20,000 euros, not his money, his dad's, on trading. So I was like, if there is any hope of that relationship, this was before when she was preparing to go to Zanzibar. If there is any hope, he's spending all that money, that guy should transfer a certain amount of money to your account for the future. Then he can keep on, trading, okay? So that you are safe. If you're to make kids, kids will be taken care of. So when she arrived, told him, and he was like, yeah, I'll put some money into your account. Told her the amount. A week passed. He was complaining, lost lots of money. Then again, I told her, this guy is so selfish. Ask him this amount of money, you want to send it to your mom. Then he started saying, what for? What is that problem? Isn't there any solution that it can be solved without your mom being given money? So she kept opening her eyes and was like, all were lies that he was going to transfer money to my account. So we had to put him on so many tests so that I can help Rebecca see the guy is the wrong one, and it will never work no matter what she does. So eventually got a chance and escaped, went back to Kenya for good, blocked Peter everywhere. So after blocking Peter everywhere, started her life afresh, taking care of herself. Because Rebecca had lost weight, was not taking care of her, sent me her photos of before meeting the guy and after. You could cry. The way this lady changed into another person. So right now, Rebecca is living her life, taking care of herself, started loving herself the more, because the guy used to tell her she's very old, but actually she isn't. Is such a beautiful lady, and I am guiding her on the dating sites. She just got back. All will be fine, and I know one day I'll come back here to tell her success love story. To be honest with you, she is super happy and was telling me, Bella, I thank God the day I met you. Otherwise, I could have been still in that toxic relationship. And who knows, maybe he could have manipulated me, take me to Europe, and then suffer in Berlin streets. So let us wish Rebecca all the best in her search. Girl, you are such a strong woman. Keep being strong. Keep loving yourself. You're such a beautiful woman and you deserve the best. The best. I'm glad she has learned her lesson. So yes, guys, that is how Peter turned out to be Rebecca's worst nightmare. And she was so down emotionally because every time she could talk, could cry. After a minute, it's a cry. It's a cry. Some men can really finish you. I'm telling you guys. But now she's happy, very, very happy. Last time was telling me, Bella, do you remember the way I could cry every after a minute? I can't believe it. Yeah, so here gives you an advice. Stop being a yes girl. Learn to say no, and tells you when you meet a guy, the early stages, when you start saying no, that guy might end up ghosting you. Because she said if she started saying no at the beginning of their relationship, maybe Peter could have ghosted her, because could have known, no, I targeted badly. This is not the lady I can manipulate. This is not the lady that will say yes, yes, yes. Just be yourself. Stand on yourself. You can't be a yes girl for the rest of your relationship. Because if you start by saying yes, later you can't say no because you had said yes. Yeah. Also, learn to set some boundaries in your relationship. It will help a lot. A man should know there are some boundaries. A man should know there are some limits. And this takes me to a lady. Oh my God, this lady, girl, I'm praying for you, has been into a toxic marriage. This is the 3rd year. And I remember 3 years ago, I told her, girl, your husband doesn't love you. Yes, I told her, because you know, guys, I'm honest. There is no way I'll tell you your husband loves you, whereby I'm seeing there is no love. Due to the words, the guy could tell this lady. Because in a relationship, in marriage, misunderstandings can happen. Someone can get angry, but there is a limit that a man who is in love with you, who loves you genuinely, who respects you, cannot cross, even if you are fighting. But if you see that you are married or you're dating a guy and happens a misunderstanding, then this guy crosses that limit, he doesn't love you at all. So I told her, and at that time was like, Bella, I love my husband. I was like, fine girl, no problem. So came back actually 3 days ago and was telling me, you know what, Bella, I've discovered my husband does not love me. After 3 years of me telling her. So learn to put some boundaries. Her 3rd advice tells you guys that if you are in her situation, you are in a toxic relationship, better leave now. Don't be like, I'm going to leave next year. Don't be like, maybe this guy will change, because he will never change no matter how you complain. You keeping on staying in that toxic relationship tells you you will become the shadow of whom you used to be. Also adds that keeping on staying, you'll keep on adding another year of trauma, disappointments, doubting in yourself, having someone who tells you constantly you are not good enough. It will keep on being like that. Tells you it's not easy, she has been through that, but just pray you will make it. So yes guys, those were her advice. We have reached to an end of our today's video. Thank you so much for watching till now. Be blessed for your love and your support. If you have liked this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, family, everyone that you think will enjoy this video and learn something. Watch my other videos too. They are super good. You are going to learn a lot. Comment below what you think about this video. I would like to know. And if you haven't subscribed, can I ask you a question? What are you still waiting for? Please join the family, and thank you so much for subscribing. Until next time guys, I love you so much. You are always here in my heart. Ciao ciao. Mwah.